Hi there, Pisces. Welcome to my channel. This is Yetta Pearl, and I am so glad that you've joined me for your reading. This is for the week of September 13th through 19th of 2021, and just know that you are very welcome here. So thank you. So this is a general reading, and so that means that all your guardian angels have come at my invitation. And so they are working as a group, as a collective, to provide the best messages for you that can possibly come out through cards and through the messages they give me. And so, I don't filter anything. When the message comes through, I kind of just blurt it out, And so sometimes it feels a little blunt to me, but if that's how they want it to come through, then that's how I let it come through. I don't change anything. I don't filter it. I just report it as it is. And so because though it is a group reading, some portions of it may not resonate completely with you, and that's totally fine. That just means that's for somebody else. So you're in a good group of people. You truly are. And so here we are. We're trying to get messages out. So for this reading, your angels have chosen the what are they called? Power Animal Oracle cards. Power Animal Oracle cards and unicorns. So both great decks, both very to the point decks. Yeah, and fun-loving. The unicorn one's very fun-loving. So that's a really good clue, actually. When the unicorn deck comes forward, it's the very first message then is that your angels want you to lighten up a little and have some more fun. Everything's just not quite as serious as you're taking it. Even if to you it feels very serious, just take a step back and see, like there's a bigger picture. And so because that's the truth, there's always a bigger picture, then there's no need for you to be upset about any part of it, because it's happening for your best good, your highest interest. And you know that for sure because your angels have orchestrated it, kind of. Your guides have all created all this, and your world goes in your interest. Yeah. So, okay, let's see what the cards say. Okay. Lovely. Lovely. Okay. Make a decision and take appropriate action. Okay. So it feels like there's something you've been kind of humming and hawing and going back and forth and dithering. They're telling me the word is dither. That you're dithering about it. Should I do that or should I not do that? Oh, cards are flying. A little bit breezy. So it's time to make a decision. Stop dithering, is what they're saying. Just do it. You can't do it wrong, no matter what you choose. If it turns out that whatever the other option is, would be the better one, well, there will be opportunity to change to that. So you can't do it wrong. Just make a decision because it's time to get some action going on that. Yeah, it feels like running in place. It feels like even you are impatient with yourself for having not yet made this decision. Whatever it is that's paralyzing you is like, by taking a step in any direction, you will break the paralysis, is what they're saying. So get busy, do that, and then it's like relief. There's this great feeling of relief. So, okay, finally you can get going on that, or that decision is over, or whatever exactly it is. But it's you'll like it. You'll wish that you had done it a long time ago. So it's time to make that decision. There's time too now to forgive somebody. So who in your life is has done something that you think requires forgiveness. This is what they were saying at the beginning, that there's the big picture here. So whatever it is you're feeling about somebody, you're thinking that, like that they're that they have done something to cause you either grief or inconvenience or, something like that, something that threw you a left hook, something like that. And it's, you need to forgive them, because this in the long run is best for you, not only for them. Like, yeah, it's good for them too, because, they're the ones who've set this in motion. And so whether it even appears to be good for anybody, it is. It is good for everybody. It's the way the energies are flowing around that whole situation. And they can no more help that, having made that decision, than you can help being in it. Right? So accept what's going on there, accept the whole situation, and forgive. Don't forget to forgive them. So sit there with that whole event. It feels like an event, right? And just use your breath and get out the angst that you feel about it, the bitterness, the judgment. Get those things out so that they're no longer in you. They don't do you any good, those things. They just keep you back. They make you heavy. And they make it so that you can't make decisions. Okay, so do your forgiving first, and then you'll be able to make the decisions. Okay, so when you can get that stuff out, that judgment, the bitterness, the stuff, the parts that you're like, why did those people do that? And they're upheaved my whole life, and all that stuff. Get to a point where you feel only love for them. Do it deliberately. You can do it a little at a time if that's what works for you. You can do it all at once if that's what works for you. Get to a point where they are not the bad guy in your mind, right? And very consciously offer them full forgiveness for that. And then turn around and offer to yourself full forgiveness for how you reacted. Yeah, because that'll be the next part that becomes obvious to you, that your reaction, now that you understand that everything is good, now that you feel that, then you will understand that your bitterness, your reaction, your judgment doesn't serve anybody. And so then you can forgive yourself for having felt that way. Yeah, and then everything just goes so much smoother, Okay, so they're just telling me that we kind of went in the wrong order. So yes, start with forgiveness. Go to the decision, because then you're capable of making the decision, and it's so much easier. So that's what was holding you back, was this lack of forgiveness. Okay, understood now, right? And then have a backup plan. Whatever that decision is that you're making, like they said, you can't do it wrong, but you can, choose your favored thing, and then have a backup plan for just in case there's some portions of that don't work, a plan B. It feels kind of like business. It feels like business. So always have a backup plan, something that that if the first way goes kind of sideways, that you're never just stuck, spinning your wheels, right? So there's always a reason, something else that you can turn to get things going again if some part of it seems to stall. Yeah, that's how that feels. They're not giving me anything more specific than that. It's interesting. So it just feels like you need to take that and run with that. Have a strategy. Even put it on paper. Excuse me, I have a tickle in my throat. Okay, just feels kind of dry. Anyway, so when you have any kind of a plan for moving forward, whatever your decision is that you've made, then always make sure that you have, kind of different pathways you can go down, and different aspects to it that you can kind of add to it, or you can switch then and pivot fairly easily while you're working. And that it's almost like insurance, like having insurance. Yeah. Okay. And practice that. So whatever it is that you're doing, that you've made your decision on, it's something that you'll need to practice. Feels very much like you're going to try a few different things first, a few different ways, before you will really hit on the exact easiest, best way. And it feels like it's going to surprise you a little bit how this will evolve. And so, whatever you're thinking, first of all, okay, well, I'll do this instead or whatever. And then, your first way of trying it, well, it's, needs some tweaking. So then you change some things, and that's your backup plan. And so then even more, you do some more tweaking and you change a few more things. And by the time you're at the fourth or fifth incarnation of this, it doesn't really look recognizably like the first one did. And it's going to surprise you a little bit how it all works out, and how it's things that honestly you didn't think of to start with. And it's going to be fun and weird the way the ideas come to you, like it's almost like other people will kind of stroll in and say, "Oh yeah, but why don't you do it this way?" And you'll go, "How come I didn't think of that?" So it just feels fun, and it feels lighthearted, and it feels good, and it feels like, you just have to practice. And then things will really start to flow after that. But it's going to take some tweaking. It's going to take some changes and using part of your backup plan and things like that. So, but it's going to work. It's going to work. Okay. And here we have you as the healer. So what is it within you that needs healing? Now, this could be physical. This could be mental, emotional, spiritual. Doesn't matter what it is. Those things are all so intertwined that usually we can't take them apart. Every problem if you have a problem with your thoughts, well, likely it's manifesting in the other areas as well. Or if you have a problem in your physical, it's manifesting in the other areas as well. So it's hard to take them apart. Like they are braided together, But here's you, like this forgiveness is really feeling like an opportunity for you to grow and to heal and to become more yourself, right? So when I say that, like the angels are giving me this picture of you being easy. Okay, that came out wrong. Sorry. Of you being restful and feeling easy with the situation, right? Where currently and up until now, you've been feeling a little defensive and a little like you have to prove yourself. So you're feeling a lack of confidence. You're not sure what's going on. You just feel a little bit lost because things have changed on you, right? And you feel like it wasn't your choice, is how they're presenting it to me. But once you get to the part where you understand that you are very good at what you do, you shine. You know how to do all this stuff. You know how to look from a different angle and create something new. You know how to interpret situations. You know all that stuff. And it's just part of you now. Like you've known it for so long, you've forgotten how you learned it, right? And so as you remember that that's part of you, then you get to heal on the inside. And you get to this place of power where you are so confident in yourself that you can't feel defensive anymore. There's just no point in it. There's nothing there for you to feel defensive about because you are supremely confident. And that is what your angels are helping you to achieve this week. Yeah, it's awesome. It's really awesome. And then you get to this state of grace where just you, yourself, everything within you, everything around you, you can just appreciate it for whatever it actually is, right? And it's beautiful and you love it. And it's a state of grace where everything is in homeostasis. And this is the end of your week. This is fabulous for you. Wow, 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 wow. I'm in awe. Okay, so now we have the daily guidance cards, and we'll see what is one last bit of wisdom that your angels want you to know. Law of attraction. What you dream about comes about. What you put your focus on is what you are creating. Where attention goes, energy flows. You know, there's all those sayings, and it's all true. It's all true. Whatever you focus on is what you are creating. So be aware of what you're focusing on. Be very mindful about that. If you're sitting there kind of snickering over somebody else and their actions or how that's going to come back and bite them and whatever else, guess what? That's what you're creating for you too. Eek, you know? Or if you're sitting there feeling love and compassion for everybody around you, feeling appreciation for everything and everybody around you, then that's what you're creating more of in your world. So just being aware, it's a great thing. Okay, so Pisces, I didn't bring my globe out here with me, but can you help me? Let's make some energy here. And let's just spread that love and the compassion and the forgiveness and the understanding. Let's just spread that throughout the whole world and let it just spread and spread and spread and spread and spread. And let it be beautiful. And let's all just be shiny bright. That's great. Thank you. So I want you to know how much I appreciate you and how much I love you. And I'll see you next week.